want to? Bright out there. No, it's fine. Just being dramatic. I'm often dramatic. All right. Good morning. Are we broadcasting? Okay. Good morning. I am Paulo, and I will be your guide today. Um, this morning we'll be doing a little bit of meditation. I think everybody here is familiar with our style of meditation, but I'll still talk a little bit what we're doing. Uh, we will start our meditation by taking refuge in generating bodhicitta. Um, and then we were going to spend some time paying attention to our breath. In general, there's many different types of meditation out there, but the Tibetan and Buddhist tradition have like two main ones: meditation to pay attention and meditation to have insight or to understand something. Today, we're mostly going to be doing meditation to focus our attention and focus on one object. The object of our meditation in particular today will be our breath. So we'll spend most of our meditation paying attention to our breath, whether you feel it on your nose, you feel it in your lungs, you feel it in your belly. That is going to be where our focus will be. And then we'll break it up a couple times with the sound of Hong. So we'll chant Hong for about 2 minutes at certain intervals in the middle, about 3 times in the middle of our meditation. This Hong meditation was specifically given to our teacher on. She asked from her teacher, Ansum Rinpoche, she asked for something that could be easily accessible yet very profound, regardless of where in your stage of meditation or your stage in your development of your meditation you might be, right? So this is meant to be something that is insightful and profound for both beginners and people who have been doing meditation for a long time. So these are the two main things that we will do. I don't have a prayer sheet, but I'm pretty sure I know them all. We will start by with our aspiration. Thank you. Most Buddhist traditions out there, if not all, have the aspiration to benefit sentient beings. So we start with this intention of having, of doing good and for people not to have bad things, right? So we'll start there. May all beings always have happiness in its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the tongue remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pains. And then we'll jump right into our meditation. And allowing yourself to settle in, finding a comfortable seated position, whether you're on a chair. If you're in a chair, you want both your feet planted on the ground and a place where both your sit bones connect directly with your seat. If you're on a cushion, it could be with your knees just tucked in or like full lotus or anywhere in between, that's all right. But most important is that you find a seat where, you move back and forth and you find a place where both your sit bones are connecting with your seat. And that's really the foundation of your house and your body. As you find that, you start to allow your spine just to kind of not without effort, but not with too much effort or tension. Your vertebrae just kind of align on top of each other till you get to your cervical spine, and it's common for us to raise our chin. So tuck your chin ever so slightly so that your cervical spine is in line with the rest of your spine. This allows for the electromagnetic energies in your spine and your nervous system to flow a little bit with more ease. And as you find a comfortable seat, start to bring your attention home, attention to your body, to your breath. Maybe you find your breath at your nose as it comes in and out. Maybe it's at your lungs as your rib cage expands and contracts. Maybe you track it a little bit deeper to your dough, which is 4 fingers width in from your navel and 4 finger widths down. And as you find your breath, it doesn't matter where, just find your breath somewhere in your body. And as you find it, try to start taking deeper and deeper breaths. Allow it to start from your belly, expand through your lungs and your rib cage, finally topping off of your collarbones. And as you exhale, letting go of some excess tension, letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. Maybe you relax your belly, unclench your jaw, allow for there to be a little bit of space between your teeth. And as you connect with your breath and your body, noticing that both of these are here now in the present moment. As you arrive home in your body, start to connect with the 3 pillars. The first one being is Earth, Mother Earth. Just noticing how she holds us without any judgment. Your spine is in perfect alignment with the center of Earth as it pulls you and embraces you without expecting anything from you. She's just there to support us. She holds us in her magnetic field, protecting us from harmful radiation of outer space. And you can be here, feeling supported, connected. Next pillar of support is our spine, our skeletal structure, along our body to be held here. Sit it, right? Whether it's in a chair or a cushion or whatever it is that you like to sit on. It is our skeletal structure that supports us, allows our body to have some rigidity and support. So just feeling into that. Finally, the support of your central channel. Central channel allows all our energies, thoughts, winds to flow through our body. And that's located right in front of our spine. It starts at the top of your head. And it kind of, right where the dough is, under, like below our navel, it just comes in. Just feeling, it's really the core of your core, just feeling into that in your body. Feeling supported by earth, feeling supported by your skeletal structure, feeling supported by your central channel. And from that support, just paying attention to your breath. And maybe your to-do list for the day or what you did yesterday starts to pop into your mind. Just let it go. It's not getting done now. We're just sitting here and breathing. As thought arises, just noticing it, not fighting it, not grasping onto it. Just bringing your attention back to your breath. And we'll chant Hung. Just do it at your own pace. It's about 2 hungs per breath. Do it for about 2 minutes. noticing sensations in your body, quality of your mind. Just being curious. And gently bring your attention back to your breath, wherever that is you might find it. Your nose, your lungs, your dough. But letting that breath be free and full. As you inhale, inviting light and life into your body. As you exhale, letting go of excess tension and blockages. Noticing as thoughts and distractions arise, gently bringing your attention back to your breath. There's a human tendency to either over-tighten and try to fight all our distractions, and that in itself is a distraction, or over-relax and fall into supper, and then we're just dull and we're not paying attention. Meditation is this dance between those two, trying to find an open and relaxed approach, but yet still be focused and attentive. That is a little bit of what we're practicing here, just trying to find a middle ground where we aren't overly tense, and yet we're focused. 或者同How's that experience of sighs? Bring your attention back to your body, your breath. Noticing if tension has crept back into the body, taking a deep breath in your belly. As you exhale, exhale out of your mouth and letting go of some of that tension, letting go your shoulders away from your ears and clenching your jaw. And refocusing your attention in your breath. Noticing that three pillars are still here with you. You're still supported by earth. Still supported by your skeletal structure. Still supported by your central channel. Just feeling into that, noticing it. And allowing that to be the foundation for your attention and your focus in your breath. We'll chant Hung again. Stay curious with the experience of that hung. Just bring your attention back to your breath. If you haven't been already, I invite you to try meditating with your eyes slightly open. In our tradition, when we meditate with our eyes open because we're meditating so that we can be more present and show up better to everyday life. So meditating with our eyes open is a gesture of our intent to show up with open eyes, with open heart. Your eyes shouldn't be focused on anything in particular. You're just gazing to space. Your mind's feeling a little hyperactive. You can cast your eyes down about 45 degrees. It suits your mind. just a reminder that all these practices aren't meant to be something you do on Sundays only, right? You can take them home with you. You can practice them. It doesn't have to be half hour. It doesn't have to be an hour. It can be 5, 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be on a meditation cushion either. It can be on any chair, any comfortable place, a bench in the park. Whatever's a good place for you. I think sometimes we're like, oh, I'm not doing it perfect. I'm not doing it all this time. I don't have an hour to meditate. And then we don't meditate. And then 2 weeks pass and we haven't touched in with ourselves, figured out what's going on. And sometimes just a couple minutes of breathing is good. It's better than nothing. My recent mantra has been, don't let perfect get in the way of good. So just doing a little bit is good. Anyhow, I'm going to share a passage with y'all from this book from Pema Chodron called "Comfortable with Uncomfortability." Uncertainty. Sorry, comfortable with uncomfortable. Basically, uncertainty is uncomfortable, right? So this book is really nice. It's just really short passages. Each chapter is a page and change. But it's thus far everything we've read, it seems really profound and pithy. So let's see. Today's chapter is chapter 58, the Buddha. It's on page 64. So when people decide to become Buddhist, they participate in an official ceremony in which they take refuge in the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I've always thought it sounded theistic, dualistic, and dependent to take refuge in something. However, the fundamental idea of taking refuge is that between birth and death, we are alone. Therefore, taking refuge in the three jewels doesn't mean finding consolation in them. Rather, it's a basic expression of our aspiration to leap out of the nest, whether we feel ready for it or not, to go through our puberty rites and to be an adult with no hand to hold. Taking refuge is the way that we begin cultivating the openness of the good-heartedness that allows us to be less and less dependent. The Buddha is the awakened one, and we too are Buddhas. We are awakened ones. The one who continuously leaps, who continuously opens, who continuously goes forward. Being a Buddha isn't easy. It's accompanied with fear, resentment, and doubt. But learning to leap into open space without fear, resentment, and doubt is how we become full human beings. There isn't any separation between samsara and nirvana, between the sadness and the pain of the setting sun and the vision of the powerful great eastern sun, as Shambhala teachings puts it. One can hold them both in one's heart, which is actually the purpose of practice. Taking refuge in the Buddha means that we are willing to spend our lives reconnecting with the quality of being continually awakened. Every time we feel like taking refuge in a habitual means of escape, we take off more armor, undoing all the stuff that covers over our wisdom and our gentleness and our awakened qualities. We're not trying to be something we aren't. Rather, we are reconnecting with who we are. So when we say, I take refuge in the Buddha, that means I take refuge in the courage and the potential of fearlessness, of removing all armor that covers this awakeness of mine. I am awake. I will spend my life taking this armor off. Nobody else can take it off because nobody else knows where all the little locks are. Nobody else knows where it's sewed up tight, where it goes to take a lot of work, where it does take a lot of work to get the particular iron thread untied. We have to do it alone. The basic instruction is simple. Start taking off your armor. That all that's all anyone can tell you. No one can tell you how to do it because you're the one who you knows how you locked yourself in there to start. It's really resounds with me personally. I'm sure it does for everybody. She has a way of really speaking to Westerners. She just always has a way to just, the way she phrases things, the way she shows us. She's just such a, like a good teacher should be. She's such a mirror in many ways, right? Like we all have these coping mechanisms or distractions that we've developed through, modern psychology will tell you through a lifetime. Buddhist tradition will tell you through infinite lifetimes that we've just have all this habituation in us, right? And it's practice is coming over and over again to, hey, like, can I just chip away a little bit of my habitual patterns? Can I chip away a little bit about how I react when somebody says that thing at work and I just get all tense up and I just close off and now I'm not actually listening anymore. I'm just closed off right now. I'm just an example, right? And it's like, just reminding, like, open up your heart, don't close off. But also open up your mind to yourself. You are not a rigid individual. You are not stuck. You can change. You can evolve. You can become more tender. It's scary. Terrifying at times. But that's what we're doing here. That's what being Buddhist is, right? That's why we practice. Anyhow, I'll open it up to questions, comments, thoughts from afar, maybe. All right. There should be a book of names. I don't know. I haven't seen it. There it is, going around. If you're not familiar with it, we put the names of those who may or may not need, or we believe need some extra oomph. In general, in Buddhist practice, we dedicate all our merit and all our hard work to all sentient beings, without exception. But sometimes we share more focusly with certain beings that might need our attention, our love, our compassion. We're just sending that energy to them as we generate merit. We share it with them. So this book of names is just people that might need some. Maybe they passed away. Maybe they're having a hard time, or they're ill. Maybe they're embarking in a new chapter in life. So for those of you afar, feel free to put names in there in the chat. For you here in the room with me, you already have a pen. Just write it down and then just pass it along to the next person. Well, we'll just jump back into, we'll do about 10 minutes of meditation, and then we'll close our practice. And again, just finding a comfortable seat, connecting with your spine, with your seat first and foremost, then allowing your spine just to track up, tucking your chin in ever so slightly to keep your cervical spine straight. Letting go of tension on your jaw and your shoulders. You just let your belly go a little bit. Noticing the 3 pillars of support: earth, your spine, skeletal structure, and your central channel. connecting with your breath. We'll chant Hung. And we'll close our practice first by dedicating our merit. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to each to that very ground. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And we dedicate our merit to all sentient beings, but in particular to today to Bobble, Melissa, Margaret, Pobert, all of those still without power in Houston, Camachos, Jose, and Andrew, Thomas, Beth, Gary, Buffelli, Bardo, Maya, Isaac, Mel, Sarah, Anita, Brianna, Junebug, Juan and Gloria, Maria's mom, Maria and Fam, Sylvia, Rolando, Nathaniel, Emma, Penny Lee, all suffering in Gaza, Roger, Bardo, Sam, Diana, Lara, animals, our country, Anna and Harvey, victims of violence. And finally, we'll close for practice with, we got time, so I'm going to do 3 ahs. The first ah, you're really just sending light to yourself. You know, it's good to love. It's hard to love others when you don't love yourself. So just sharing the merit and love with yourself, light from your heart to yourself, and sharing with everybody here in the room and in our city. Then on the third ah, you just expand to our country, our planet, our galaxy, our multiverse, wherever your imagination can reach, let your light go there. So we'll do 3. Sorry. Thank you for sharing your breath with me today. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, and yeah, I hope y'all are well.
Hey, how are the locals doing in the flood? Y'all?
Relatively okay. I think, I mean, personally, personally okay, but I think power's still not fully back. I mean, the flood's not been too bad. I think the biggest issue we've had has been we had a lot of wind, and it was like spinning wind, so a lot of branches and trees were down, and along with that, a lot of power lines. So I think the struggle has been, yeah, getting power back to everybody, and it's hot, so I'm sure a lot of people without power are a little unhappy right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I still have power. My lights only flickered a little bit on Monday. My daughter's power in Katy on the west side went out early Monday, came back on sometime Wednesday, went back off sometime Thursday, and it's still off. Other people I know have been 7 days or 6 days without power. So every time I go out, I see utility trucks driving up and down the street, sometimes parked along power lines, working on stuff. They brought in utility trucks from all over the state to help have more workers trimming trees and putting wires back.
Thank you.
So yeah, not great, but
Yeah, I worry about y'all.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
have a
you.
good rest of your weekend. Thank you.